Welcome back to the MRDA North American Qualifiers 2019. That's the year that we're in. I'm Champ Unkind.
I'm Rippy Longstocking.
We are joined by our fabulous producer, Bobby Narco, and of course, the man running the show itself, Chad of Nerd Derby. We of course like to thank New England Roller Derby Reports sponsor for their production, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering custom-sewn-to-order legwear for teams and individuals. Size-inclusive activewear designed to fit you. Sociopath, it also offers dozens of armband and helmet cover options for scrimmage and competition. Team discounts are available. Please see sociopath.ca for more details. You're about to watch our first semifinal of sorts for our qualifier.
Yeah.
It is
Semi.
Denver Ground Control versus the Austin Anarchy. And Rippy, why don't you go ahead and tell us who's playing for Austin?
Okay, so you'll see Austin wearing the black, and of course emblazoned with the A across the front. And that is 03 Party McFly, 132 Ezra Pound, 1337 Joliet Jane, 22 Hobo, 3 Wombo Combo, 303 Il Nino, 3077 Spank, 35 Sharknado, 51 Naked Alien, 6000 Whipstitch, 65 T-Rex, 8 Doc, 818 Vicious, and 99 Sparks.
And we're going to do Denver very quickly as the teams are starting to line up. Number 11 Cruz, number 13 Spicy, number 14 Kyle Hansen, number 18 Ferguson, number 1984 Crunchy, number 20 Drunken Giraffe, number 207 Judgment Day, number 22 Smedium, number 257 Schneider, number 31 Dirt Monkey, number 36 Lenzo, number 4 Minu, number 40 Broderick, number 43 Chris with a K, number 45 Pandy Depressant, number 77 Chet I Knight, number 8 Hunter, number 89 Alchemist Prime, and number 98 Sparrow.
Have you considered a career in one of reading all the
in micro machines? Yes.
No. And reading really fast at the end of ads?
No, but I would consider an auctioneer position just so I can wear a cowboy hat. I could be like Jimmy Dickens from Letterkenny.
Oh, yes.
And hopefully McMurray won't mispronounce my name. All right, now that I've already gotten myself in trouble, we have two with animal names on the track, Sharknado and Sparrow.
And both of these jammers, if you've been watching the earlier games, both of these jammers very good performers out there off the line.
Absolutely. First jam underway. Sparrow moves to the front, Sharknado in the back. That's because the packs are there.
Yes.
We will see who gets through first. Sparrow looking for lead. Denver did come in as the 1 seed. Austin as the 5 seed. So Austin already with an upset over Philadelphia in their first game, according to the rankings.
Yes, nice job back there by Broderick.
Absolutely, and there is Alchemist Prime also helping out in the back of that Denver pack. As Sharknado almost gets through, but doesn't, and Sparrow one to beat.
And
he's through.
Does.
Yes, lead jammer Denver to start things off. Did take about 32 seconds off the clock.
And all the way to turn 3 before we picked up lead. Oh, nice big hits there on Sparrow, but again, Sparrow able to withstand.
Absolutely. Not going to get the full 4, does get 3, but Denver strikes first, 3-0. Ground control. I see Panty Depressant for Denver going up against Il Nino. Yeah, and in that first game, Austin really stuck to that 3 jammer rotation of Il Nino, Sharknado, and Wombo combo. We'll see if they do the same here. Denver was a little bit kind of similar, but they had a little bit of a deeper rotation.
Yes.
Then again, it didn't work for Philly, so let's see if it works for Denver.
Yeah, Denver was able to pull, some what we call relief jammers, but they were just as good as the regular rotation jammers.
Absolutely, and their star of star jammers, Stelly, Justin Stelly, not here, the Raging Cajun, not here this weekend. So opportunity, and Austin with their first lead jammer, it is Il Nino.
Il Nino back around to the pack, engaged again. There has been a star pass.
That is
for Denver on Denver. That's Judgment Day. With the star now backing up, having been knocked out of bounds, coming back to turn number 2.
Yeah, about 45 seconds off the clock on this jam. Il Nino's through, and there are Austin's first points, and we have our first lead change. Take a drink of water. Stay hydrated out there, folks. Right. It's summertime.
One more game to go.
Yeah. So. Unless you're in Australia, it's summertime. Or the southern hemisphere in general. It's more than just one country. I think there's like 6. Maybe more.
several countries.
Several countries and Antarctica.
Right.
Sorry to all of our penguin friends that are watching.
Hey, there's some scientists camped out there too.
That's true. And they could be huge roller derby fans. And if you are, thank you for watching.
Yes, we appreciate you tuning
We
in.
appreciate you watching from the South Pole. All right, there's El Nino on his second scoring pass. Gonna call it. Does look, yes, he will get the full force. So 8-3 on the scoreboard, 8-0 on the jam, about 27 minutes remaining in the first half.
Austin able to keep Denver scoreless that time. So this may be a portent for the kind of action we'll see here back and forth between these two.
And you saw Ferguson and Wombo combo give each other a nice hello hug. I'm sure they've met before.
I'm sure they have.
It's all one big happy family of MRDA. Slightly dysfunctional, but it's all
what
good.
What family is not dysfunctional?
Right you are, Rippy.
Just really. So Ferguson looking for the outside lane gets knocked out of bounds by Vicious, with Vicious as Vicious.
Fighting up the middle, looking for him, gets pushed out, gonna have to recycle, but did he get back in clean? According to the peen in the pool, he does not.
No. And so sorry, I was getting ready to say out of my mouth, so
looks like we have a down
we
skater.
do have a down skater,
Yes.
and so we will have our medics to the floor.
Yeah. There's a lot of commotion there
It was.
as both jammers were trying to get out of the pack. So we'll go ahead and thank 808 Roller Skates for being here. Our fabulous skate shop ran by Hijinks himself, member of Team Finland. And I don't know what other team. I think the Hooligans maybe. I know he's got some affiliation with Penn Jersey. Some loose affiliate. He runs Cabana Tuesday and Cabana Monday at RollerCon. That I know. And I believe that is Sharknado. Or no, I'm sorry. That's Wombo Combo.
I think
no.
that's one.
Yes, I believe you're.
Yeah.
Yes, that is Wombo Combo. He does get up.
Yes.
With the help of some medics, but he looks okay. I think. You know, maybe take a couple jams, chill out. You know,
Right, and
have a drink of water.
The medical professionals will assist him over here in the corner.
Absolutely. Where it's much safer to be examined than on the track.
Right. And again, we'll sit out for a few just to make sure everything's okay.
Absolutely. Never want. I mean, you know, this is roller derby. We're not getting paid millions of dollars like players in other sports. It's for pride. It's for fun.
Yes.
It's for a trophy.
Right.
But it's not worth, you know, ruining your life over.
Right.
All right, back to the action.
Yes.
That is Sharknado, second jam against Judgment Day, and Sharknado will take lead jammer for Austin.
So what I want to point out is that Ferguson's in the box right now for Denver, and that is the first penalty of the game.
And it's also a power jam now. He does have the star in hand, not on the helmet. So 4 points.
Sharknado
And a track cut.
Tries to call it, but first was called for that track cut. And so now we will run the full 2 minutes.
Now back in the pack is Ferguson looking for room. And good hit there. Does not send him out. I believe that was Naked Alien. Yes, that was Naked Alien with the block. It didn't send him out. And good footwork by Ferguson, able to stay in. Not lead jammer, but completes the initial
Ferguson,
pass.
yeah, we discussed this earlier. Ferguson is just smooth and also can move in surprising ways.
I guess Clarissa explained it all. That is an old 90s reference, and I hope somebody understood that.
Somebody get on the Twitch feed here and let Champ know that he's not alone.
Yeah, that you watched, what was it, Snick? What was that? Yeah, it was Snick.
Snick.
Yes. Saturday Night Nickelodeon. All right, Ferguson through the pack. There are 4 points on the board for Denver as
And
Lenzo's heading to the penalty box.
looks like an illegal contact there for Lenzo, yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, we have our great producer, Bobby Narco, who has like 20 pairs of eyes.
And knows all of the calls.
And he knows everything.
Yes, he does.
He knows it before it happens. 4 points. Is that right, Bobby? That is Sharknado.
Yeah.
Sharknado coming back into the pack on this power jam.
Wow. You know, I apologize for mentioning how few penalties there were, because now
Now there's a lot.
There are a lot of penalties.
You know what we call that?
I know.
Curse of the announcer.
I try to only use my power for good.
There's going to be so many penalties now, a million
I know.
penalties.
So let me say now, there are way too many penalties. There are not enough penalties. Everybody go to the box. And now maybe it will be reverse.
I'm trying to reverse the
And
curse.
Yes, yes.
It's like bringing a goat to Wrigley Field or something.
There's some people on the Twitch feed that have watched.
Yeah, isn't she? I think she's on a new show now where
I
she's
don't
the
know.
mother, and it's like I saw a clip and it was
Melissa
really
Joan Hart?
it's really weird to see that. Just growing up with her as the kid on the show, now she's the mother in the show. And back to things that are relevant. It
Right,
is Sparrow going up against El Nino. Sparrow over the apex and will be lead jammer. El Nino outside.
Oh my goodness, that whole defense just took El Nino. Now, if you watched earlier again, El Nino is a jammer that can withstand
Yes.
a lot of hits.
Very physical.
And so can withstand that defense. So Denver just had the whole defense collapse on El Nino.
Absolutely, and Sparks is going to draw a low block there, so it'll make it a little bit easier for Denver on that next pass. Sparrow taking a big hit. That is T-Rex with that hit.
Party McFly also taking a seat in the penalty box, which is 2 blockers down for Anarchy. And I think one for Denver.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a 7-0 jam in favor of Denver. Now 19-18, 1-point game, but still 22:57 remaining. Team timeout taken by Austin. So if you are in the greater central New York area, we'd of course love to invite you to come down. There is one more game after this, and then an entire day of roller derby tomorrow. So you should. It'll be fun.
Rhea Culpa says that Melissa Jane Hart's on No Good Nick.
No
right
Good
now.
Nick.
No
Okay,
Good
yeah.
Nick.
I didn't see what show it was, but I think it was last night when I got in. I was just flipping through the channels. I'm like, oh, that's Melissa Joan Hart. She's the mother. Okay, well, Clarissa had to grow up sometime. Or
does.
Sabrina, or whoever she played.
People do. That's kind of what they do.
That's usually the
They
normal
kind of-
human
it
progression
is.
of things.
It is.
Typically, sometimes we try to stop that and reverse it, but unfortunately, science is not that advanced just yet. Yet.
We have
sure
hopes. We have hopes.
So it does look like we have a
So that
power jam.
Yeah, Sparrow is sitting in the box. So maybe that during that timeout we got some things clarified, and so this is a power start, and Sharknado has picked up the lead designation.
Yeah, the younger Stelly comes out of the box, so their pivot has returned. With Sparrow already standing, Sharknado has picked up lead. Now in the pack looking for room. And there are the first 4 of the jam. Austin adding a little more into that lead. Still only 5 points, not very comfortable, but at least it's not one pass.
Right.
Speaking of passes, Sparrow completes his initial.
Now Sharknado had an amazing 20-point jam in the first game that they played today. So yeah, both of these people have already played today. We should keep that in mind.
This is the second game for both teams.
Yes.
Denver was in the first game beating Toronto, the 1 seed over the 8 seed. And in our first upset of the day, the 5 seed Austin took out Philly, who will play in the first game against Toronto tomorrow.
Yes.
And then I believe second game will be Race City and Lane County.
Right.
So the winners of the first 2 games play tonight, or the winners of the games today play tonight. The losers play tomorrow morning.
So Wombo Combo back on the track. Happy to see that.
Absolutely.
Wearing the star for Anarchy.
He is going up against Schneider. Schneider forced back to recycle after a good hit by Vicious. Lead jammer goes to Wombo Combo. Let's see how many points or combinations of points he can get.
Right. I know.
Good blocking again by Vicious.
Vicious is vicious.
Yeah, Schneider with the star in hand, but no room. Vicious all over the place as Wombo Combo picks up his first 4 of the jam.
The 1-2 punch there of Naked Alien and Vicious is like vicious. I don't know how else to say it. It's amazing.
Vicious Naked Alien. You can just put it as one word. And Vicious goes to the box. But some great blocking still. And good clean blocking for most of the jam. But unfortunately, you get that 1 penalty. So Wombo Combo with another 4 points, up to 8 on the jam.
And Abby Cruz headed to the box as well.
One blocker to beat, gets past Hunter.
Does stay on the track at the, I'm sorry, no. And Hunter gets called for a penalty, so Wombo Combo is able to stand up and keep going.
So Wombo Combo doesn't get the penalty. He will get 12 points on the jam, doubling the score of the other team, now 36-18, 20-20 remaining.
Hi, is it Mombov? Is that how you say your name on the Twitch feed? Howdy from Texas. Let's go, Austin. And that's my boy Wombo. Hi.
Now you're from North Carolina.
I am.
I expected a little more southern in the howdy.
Howdy.
There we go.
That's Texas.
I'm from Ohio.
Hey y'all. That's what we say.
We go, oh you guys in Ohio.
We do a lot of hay.
Yeah. It's
three
the Midwest.
leads in a row. 4. That's 3 leads in a row for Austin. But Denver is adjusting a little bit here. It's interesting to see. Let's see if that will put a damper on this momentum that Austin has had.
It is a 0-0 jam. Sharknado and Panty Depressant will be the next jammers. Nobody currently I'm sorry, there is one Denver blocker in the penalty box. So 4-3 pack advantage in favor of Austin, who, I mean, there's still plenty of time left, but early on find themselves up on the #1 seed. Excuse me, this is a team that almost went to champs last year. They were in that qualifier game. They didn't get it. So now, I mean, this is their opportunity. They brought most of their team back, and now they have another lead jammer in Sharknado.
Yeah, Sharknado, certainly on my short list of people we're looking at. If I were the person picking MVP for this tournament,
absolutely,
has done an amazing job out there for Austin. And
just does stay in bounds, kind of. You couldn't see it. The camera was on the pack, which is where more of the players are.
Yes.
Panty Depressant does get pushed out there on turn 4, forced out by Ezra Pound, and Sharknado lapping up for 4 points.
Yes,
so many weather jokes.
Tries to, yeah. I'm sorry, what did I say? I said the wrong name. Hunter. I'm sorry. Hunter tries to make that last swing, doesn't connect. That's okay.
So Panty Depressant forced back to the inside. There is some debris on the track.
We do have some debris, yeah, so maybe our officials will.
And they do.
Catch that, yeah.
But 8 points on the jam. I'm sorry, 11 points on the jam for Austin. Now up 47-18.
Austin just found some inner strength and came out. And
now they've already beat. Now the 2 teams from the North American qualifier last year that made it to champs were Philadelphia and Denver. Austin's already beat Philadelphia. Now they're playing Denver. If they beat Denver, wow. I mean, they just took out both of the teams that went to champs and the host league of champs. So this means a lot to Denver to be able to play at the tournament they are hosting.
Absolutely.
Of course, I'm sure they're going to put on a great show, a great tournament, regardless of their status. But it is always nice to play home.
It's always nice. It is. Home venue. Just want to point out, as Bobby just pointed out to me, Denver has been held scoreless 4 jams in a row now. And yeah, lead. Austin's had those, lead in those 4. But yeah, I mean that tells the story.
Don't act like you're not impressed. They're doing a really great job here. Austin, their defense just locking these Denver jammers down, keeping them scoreless, or at least not, quickly getting out of the pack.
Right.
And Austin's jammers taking advantage of it just like they did in their previous game. So it's El Nino and Ferguson are our jammers.
Ferguson, again, a really great performer on the track. Hasn't been able to find that flow just yet.
And he won't this time either because it's El Nino, the weather forecast.
Oh, a big swing there by Naked Alien. Not quite connecting. Ferguson's just so able to move.
And 2 Denver blockers are heading to the box. El Nino will call it off. Let's see if he gets any points. 3 points, 3 points for El Nino. So now 50-18, and Denver starting with 2 blockers in the box. Nice advantage for Austin. They're playing smart. They're playing clean. They're playing well. Still very early. Denver has plenty of time left. Still more than 3/4 of the game left. But if this is an indication, Austin has come to Rome, New York. They've come to conquer Rome.
Yeah.
They've come to take everything.
They have. They have come to conquer Rome.
Yes.
I like it.
It is number 4, Minu,
Minu, yes.
Or if I say Baby Stelly, I'm just going to start singing Baby Shark, so I'm not going to do that.
Please don't ever sing that.
No,
stop.
And I've just ruined it for everyone at home. Now it's in all of your heads. Mission accomplished. No points.
So, yeah, I think that was so happy. That was so fast, but Minu actually keeping the pressure on.
Yeah. So it's going to be
And
Sparrow.
it was just a very quick jam and no points.
They called it off. They heard I was singing that song.
That's
they were
right. It was like,
we're
I'm
done.
out of here.
No,
I don't know what Champ's singing over
we're
there,
gonna
but
shut Champ up and stop that deadness
Stop
track.
it.
So thank
Oh,
you,
my
Austin
goodness.
and Denver.
yeah.
Good hit there by
wow.
Lenzo.
I mean, amazing. Lenzo just took off.
And fun fact about Lenzo, he's actually from this area. Grew up in Binghamton, and then moved to Denver after starting to skate. So now playing for Denver, and you know, so this is almost kind of a little bit of a homecoming for him.
Yeah.
Homecoming in the region, but great blocking once again.
Lenzo was not going to let up there, just all over the place, giving Sharknado all that trouble, and it worked. Sharknado was like, I'm calling this.
Yeah, back-to-back scoreless jams. That is our fourth scoreless jam of the game. So good defense. Again, it's either Austin gets out and gets a bunch of points, or nobody's scoring anything. With now El Nino and Panty Depressant on the jam line. Nobody currently in the penalty box. El Nino spinning around. Gonna have to recycle behind Schneider.
Got a few shout outs here on the Twitch feed for Lenzo. Yeah, amazing work out there on the track.
And there goes Panty Depressant picking up lead jammer for Denver. That's what they need right now.
First lead since the jam number 5 is what Bobby's telling us. So, wow.
And looks like there is a star pass. Yes, star pass complete to Naked Alien of Austin as Panty Depressant just calls it off.
Call it off. So Rhea Culpa apparently is not upset by the Baby Shark thing.
No. Do.
Stop.
Well, look, General SoFine is here, and we all know he is a huge Baby Shark fan. If you even mention it, he'll start sending you disco and remixes and stuff of it.
So Vault 31 Bar. Greetings from Vancouver, Washington. Everyone here at Vault 31 Bar is cheering El Nino and Austin Anarchy.
Awesome. And Wombo Combo now is jamming for Austin Anarchy, going up against Ferguson, who jumps the apex as Wombo Combo takes a nasty hit from Cotton Jedi Knight.
Yeah, so as I said, Ferguson is very nimble and can maneuver around other bodies, but it looks like a low block will be assessed to Doc. That's Doc already. One blocker each in the box.
Yeah, I see.
And then we have 2 now for Anarchy.
That'd be Vicious and Doc. Yes. So it is another 4-0 jam in favor of Denver, now having 2 leads in a row and picking up 8 points over those last 2 jams, closing it a little bit, 50-26, 13.5 remaining in the first half. It's going to be Minu versus Sharknado. Baby Stelly Sharknado. Dude. I think they heard me, and they're like, all right, champ, we're going to give you 1.
One.
Everybody gets 1. It's like Spider-Man.
Oh,
Minu.
Just the hits.
Yes. And this floor makes it that impact so much greater.
Yes.
You feel it across the track here. No matter where you're sitting, you can feel these hits.
So Sharknado is also out of the pack here.
That is 3 in a row now for Denver, getting their own momentum.
Yeah.
He's going to get the full 4. That's another 4-point jam. 3 4-point jams in a row for Denver. 12-0 on that stretch.
So jam 10, so that's 4. Now we're swapping, right?
Yes.
Earlier I said Denver had been scoreless for 4 jams. Now we have Austin scoreless for 4 jams.
I think that's something that's not mentioned enough in roller derby, how important momentum can be.
Yes.
Because once you start getting hot and you start riding it, you can ride that to a victory. But I feel like when that happens, you can be your own worst enemies.
Correct.
When it comes to penalties or just sloppy play or just thinking it's over. You always got to stay in that same mindset.
Right.
So it is Sparrow and Wombo Combo.
And I'm telling you, the pack is locked.
Yes.
The pack is locked.
Yeah, that was, I don't know who put that wall there.
That Wombo Combo actually finished off the blocking there on Sparrow to send Sparrow to the infield. But Sparrow's able to recover, pick up lead jammer Wombo Combo also out of the pack.
Yeah, about a quarter of a track length behind. Now you can see he is approaching the pack. Sparrow getting behind one of his blockers, getting behind Lenzo. Naked Alien with a little tap to the hip. Picks up the 4 points, does stay in bounds, calls it off. Another 4-0 jam for Denver. That's the fourth identical jam in a row to climb their way back into it, now finding themselves down by only 16 with 11.5 remaining. Panty-depressant and Il Nino will be our next jammers.
Okay, so we do have a question on the Twitch feed. Who is the next game? And the next game after this one
Right you are. It
at
is Mohawk
7
in
is Mohawk in Chicago, so
Yes.
that is correct, yes. Just wanted to verify before I said that over the live feed.
Chicago with the biggest upset so far of the day, the 6 seed beating the 3 seed, just beating Lane County in our previous game. If you didn't catch it, that was a great game. Chicago and Lane County, both their first time in playoffs, so opportunity for both teams, and Chicago takes advantage. But the game we're playing here, it is lead jammer Il Nino.
Panty Depressant getting locked down there by the Austin defense.
Panty Depressant being slowed down, and Il Nino into the pack. That came in a little bit hot there, but able to kind of slide off the Denver blocker inbounds cleanly. Could have been a lot worse than it was, but fortunately good movement there by both players to prevent anything.
Let me try to impress upon our viewing audience how hot it is.
I'm fine. I don't know.
You
I got
got
the
a
fan
fan. You got a
directly.
fan
I have
on you,
several
okay?
fans blowing directly.
So,
you keep asking me why I keep choosing this chair.
Right.
It's
you're in the fan chair.
it's like the Sheldon Cooper sweet spot. Like you're in the perfect position.
I feel like perspiration plays a large part in how we're running our defense here.
Absolutely.
Because everybody, it's really warm.
Everybody.
And it's also humid here in Rome, so we've had lots of storms today, lots of rain, some tornado warnings. So
We have an official timeout, and
it's also humid.
And Austin just broke the streak of Denver with 4 points of their own. So that streak for Denver will end at 4 lead jams. 4 points on all those lead jams. And then Austin's like, oh, we should do that too. How convenient. Looks like we're going to have some track maintenance and officials talking about official things.
Well, let me tell you about supporting NerdDibby. If you're enjoying this feed, live stream here, and all the great camera work and all that good stuff, you can actually support NerdDerby if you have your Amazon Prime membership. If you're already a Prime member, you can get one of your Twitch streams for free, and then you might want to choose NerdDerby, and that's, I'm going to spell it just because we say it really fast a lot of times, but it's N-E-R and then Derby. So, and if you're on the feed, you can see that. There we go.
Yeah,
Put it up again.
And
Yes.
you are absolutely correct that even the loser can still have their opportunity to get to champs. It just becomes a little bit different and more difficult, maybe not what the number 1 seed planned for if they get upset. But we've already seen 2 upsets, and how often do we see upsets in Derby in general? Not very often.
Not a lot. Not at this level.
No, definitely not. I mean, sometimes they can be closer than you expect.
Yes.
But, we've already seen 2 today. So, lead jammer going to Ferguson. Let's see if, the momentum, let's see if Denver can get that back here. Sharknado also out of the pack, about a third of a track length behind. Ferguson at the front takes a hit from Vicious, gets 2, calls it off. So 54-36, 9.5 remaining in the first half.
Ratio is 3-2 using 18.
Did y'all get that?
Bobby likes numbers, and he does.
He should be Bobby Numbers.
He should. He should be Bobby.
I don't know
Numbers.
why that's not his name. Okay, maybe I do. It's it's Minu and Wombo Combo.
Wombo Combo. So a little discussion out in the track, but that official timeout is over. We are now watching both of these jammers just trying to find any kind of space.
Yeah.
Wombo Combo finding a little bit of room there at the front.
And that's an advantage that he has because he is a smaller jammer, and usually with those smaller jammers, you only need a little bit of room. Some of the big jammers can do that too, but it is easier for the smaller jammers. And as a small person myself, I can appreciate that.
So I'm telling you, there are bodies just flying all over the place. That was
sparks
Sparks.
flying.
Yeah, Sparks.
And we do have
That
a
was
lead
Sparks. So Wombo Combo almost out of the pack, but Denver able to just collapse back on him, and then that allowed enough of an opening.
Oh, track cut on
cut on
Wombo
Wombo.
Combo. That's the wrong combo. So now, I mean, and I thought as they were approaching, well, with this pack position, maybe Minu should call it off because Denver's pack was back. But then you see the track cut.
Yep.
Nope. Good call. Keep it going.
Minu now one to beat and gets out and decides to call it off.
Yeah, so he's going to give the next jammer a power start.
And
looks like he's a little
immediately
winded.
just goes in front of the fan. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see from your angle, your
Probably
camera
not.
angle. You can't see this corner, but there's a huge industrial fan here in the corner. And so when you see skaters leave the track immediately and fall on the floor, they're getting in front of the fan.
Yeah, and there is one on the other bench as well. So skaters
Yes.
are doing it on both sides.
Yeah.
And honestly, they put it there for that
Yes,
reason, so you
exactly.
can do that. But the medics,
Just-
they're going out, they're checking on. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I just when you see someone leave the track and immediately hit the floor, they're not injured necessarily. They are just getting in front of the fan.
Exactly, and that's probably the coolest place in the building.
Yes,
So
it
smart
is.
move. Lead jammer goes to Sparrow. It is Hobo putting on the star for the first time. Or I'm sorry, that is Wombo Combo. I don't know why it says Hobo on
In a row, 7
the
of 8.
board. Wombo Combo is still in the penalty box.
So it's 3 in a row for Denver lead jammer statuses. 7 of the last 8 jams they've
Yes.
had lead.
So now Denver has that momentum that we've been talking about and catching up with Austin. 4 more points for Denver, going to call it off. So now 10 points separating these two teams.
Wombo Combo being wounded by his turn infection in turn 2.
It is going to be Panty Depressant and El Nino on the jam line. I was thinking there was a sponsor to mention, but there isn't.
No, we might want to mention 808 Skates.
Yes, we can talk about 808 Skates. They're
808
great.
Skates is here.
They're great.
But also they do have an online presence, so
Yes.
please visit them there.
And he also owns a brewery too, so
Wow, just everything.
busy guy.
So a 26-4 run in the last 8 jams for Denver.
Both jammers still looking for room. Neither one has gotten out yet. As El Nino, no, is it going to be Panty Depressant? Is it going to be El Nino? I don't know. It's Panty Depressant
Yes.
with a great hit by, I think, Schneider with the final hits.
Wow, El Nino just flying off the track.
He was so close.
Yes. That is Broderick hanging out in the penalty box right now.
Yes, at Denver down to blocker. Naked Alien receives the star pass. Panty Depressant out of the pack on his first scoring pass. Picks up his 4. Looks like he was thinking about calling off, but Coach Akers telling him, don't. Keep going. So now back in the pack. He's going to call it off, get 1 more point. Just in time, too.
Looks like maybe they were just trying to kill that penalty and get Broderick back on the track. Broderick, a very effective blocker.
And now
a real presence out there on the track, I should say. So, that's a person you want out of the box if you can get him out.
Yeah, and it's now a 5-point game, 54-49. Suddenly, Denver, all the momentum in their favor. It is Sharknado and Ferguson. Ferguson into that pack against that 4-wall.
Oh.
And up the middle,
Sorry.
he's through.
Sorry for the sound effects.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm excited, too.
So that was Juliet Jane, who was trying to do blocking there. Ended up picking up a penalty. We'll hang out in the penalty box. And
Ferguson
just threw easy. I mean, making it look easy. It's
He
not
does
easy.
make it look. He's so
It's not.
feisty.
Yes.
He's very agile. His body moves 1,000,000 miles an hour, which is something that a lot of these Denver skaters do. Must be that mountain air or something.
Maybe they come,
less air
off
resistance.
these-
Maybe they train in different conditions. I don't know.
So General Boomy, I think Wombro, come on, bro. I like it. I like it.
Sparks going to the penalty box.
For cut track, I think.
Yes, and he has the star in hand, so it is going to be a power jam in favor
Yeah.
of Denver. And we have a lead change with 12 points on the board already. Denver retaking the lead and saying we are the #1 seed. Ferguson with another 3 points.
That was the highest jam so far.
Yeah, 15 points.
Which is that's a nice jam. 15 points.
Absolutely. So it is now 64-54. Flip that score. Denver now on top as we're approaching 3.5 remaining in the first half of our 5th game of day 1
Right.
of the Men's Roller Derby Association
Really-
North American Qualifier 2019.
Really got to hand it to Denver. Like there was quite a momentum in Anarchy's favor, and so Denver just kind of didn't let that fluster them. They kind of settled in and were like, okay, we are, we're here because we're good, and
They-
we're going to just inch our way back, and now they're ahead.
And they had those 4 4-point jams in a row, and they've just been riding that momentum since. Sparrow continuing it out of the pack. Lead jammer. Sparks has the star in his hand. He is now out of the box, but again, he is going stealth mode. You can't see that star. It's in his hand. He is number 99 if you can't see it on your screen. As Sparrow to the front. There's 3.
Yeah. Sparrow, I don't have the stats here in front of me, but the first game that Denver played earlier today, Sparrow was it was between Sparrow and Ferguson were the majority point holders for that team. And so you've got 2 really solid jammers out there that can put the points on the board, and here you see Sparrow doing just that.
Yeah, so 6 points on that jam for Sparrow, who flies back to Lord Varys to tell him all the news of Westeros. So we're going to get an official review.
And we will get some information from our alt ref here as soon as the discussion has been made.
Yes. Oh, it looks like they're just. Oh, looks like it's.
They might just be using it as a timeout.
Not an official review. It looks like it's just being a timeout.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, we're still getting signals.
We got a lot of signals from different people, but
we don't make those decisions.
We do not, and that's okay with me.
Me too. That's why we're not coaches or players or captains. We just say the things.
So Rhea Culpa says hopefully his shoulder's doing okay, and that in reference to Wombo Combo. And I feel like they wouldn't let him on the track if there was a serious concern there.
Oh yeah, it's just totally falling off.
So you know, I'm really happy and pleased that he's returned to the track. You know, we saw him after that 3 jam rotation that you have to sit out.
Yeah,
he's right back on the track doing the work that he does so well.
Well, we're going to see Wombo Combo back out there
right now.
And go up against Panty Depressant. Looks like 2 short jammers, so you know that makes Champ happy. And I'm also speaking in the third person, so I'll stop that now.
So it's a 38-4 run for Denver since jam number 12. So they really have found themselves.
Wombo Combo takes a hit from Chet I. Knight, who used the force to force him inbounds and stop him. It is Panty Depressant who's lead jammer. Wombo Combo picks up a track cut on the exit. So it is going to be a power jam in favor of Panty Depressant, who got reabsorbed in the pack, is not on a scoring pass just yet.
So yeah, Panty Depressant was out, but just got hit right at the last minute there and had to be recycled and is eaten up by that defense again. That's the vicious defense again.
Yes. So he is going to go back to the bench. No points picked up by anybody. 0-0 jam. 70-54 remains score, about 90 seconds remaining in the first half.
So that is the 5th jam in a row that the Anarchy have been scoreless.
Yeah, Anarchy.
So I would really.
Denver made an adjustment, and it's working. I don't know what exactly it was, but it's working.
And I would really love to hear the halftime conversation with Austin Anarchy to see what they talk about.
Yeah, Bobby Narco, go sneak in there.
Right.
Put on Denver jersey, they'll never notice.
They'll never notice.
It is Minu at the front of the pack, taking a hit from T-Rex.
T-Rex, another amazing presence out there.
Yeah, loses balance. But agreed. Like
when you see a body fly off the track, it's probably T-Rex
or Vicious.
Or Vicious, yes.
It's one of the 2 of them. Both of them.
Incredible blockers out there.
And the Doc, too. I mean, really a lot of them. And there's Sparks doing it, too.
I mean, there are going to be some souvenir bruises.
Absolutely.
I can go ahead and say.
I believe that, with Denver, they're playing very well as a team together.
Yes.
As opposed to Austin, who has an individual that can just break out and just make a huge hit.
Yes. But I would say, who's the lineup? They're not out there right now.
Maybe Ferguson.
They have a couple of lineups that are, and it looks like they're just rotating maybe pods. So we got Vicious out there. They've switched that up a little bit because Naked Alien is right now in the box serving a penalty as pivot. But there's Ferguson doing that work of being really wily and
dodge, dip, dive, duck, and
done
derby all
over
the place.
All the Ds.
picks up his first 4 on the jam. Now coming back into the pack, moving to the inside. I think he went too far to the inside. Let's rewind that.
Yeah, rewind. That's okay.
Reverse.
Getting a lot of shout-outs from the crowd inside the house, and some shout-outs also on the Twitch feed.
Yes. So 8 points to finish off the first half for Denver.
Yes.
Now on top, 82-54, coming back from that deficit. Don't act like you're not impressed.
Let me tell you one more time about New England Roller Derby Report. They would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is skater-run business offering custom sewn order. Let me try again. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering custom sewn-to-order legwear for teams and individuals. Size-inclusive activewear designed to fit you. Sociopath also offers dozens of armband and helmet cover options for scrimmage and competition. Team discounts are available. Please see Sociopath, that's SEWCIOPATH.ca for more details.
We're going to take a little break, but we'll be back shortly, and I'm sure you don't want to miss because, as we've seen, with all this momentum, Austin can come right back, or maybe
Yes.
Denver runs away.
It will be exciting.
What will happen? Stay tuned. I'm Champ.
And I'm Rippy.
Welcome back, everybody.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back here at our second to last game of the day, our 5th overall. It is Austin and Denver. Denver currently out top, 82-54. And wow, if you didn't watch the first half, you missed some great
You
derby.
did. And I wanted to give you just a few stats here as we head into the second half. So, right before halftime, Denver had that really big run. And in fact, it started when they took a timeout and they discussed something and they came back out and they totally turned things around. But I wanted to point out that Austin came out really strong as well.
They did.
Austin came out 10 jams with 10 jams where they scored high scores. There we go. Okay. And then Denver has 15. So they're not hugely different. It's not like the blowout that it may feel to some as we went into halftime and we just saw this over and over scoring. But they're really not that far. And you can look at the scoreboard. They're really not that far away from one another.
No.
Anarchy certainly has the ability to shut down Denver, as they demonstrated in that first half.
Absolutely.
They got to keep it.
And maybe one of the things we're seeing here, and I talked about this in Austin's first game, is they have a 3-jammer rotation. They are sticking to that 3-jammer rotation, as opposed to Denver that has that deeper jammer rotation, where they've basically been able to. And I can name a couple other people on this team who have not jammed yet.
Right, exactly.
Like Alchemist Prime, who used to be the main jammer for Cleveland. Who? How did I know that? Who might be able to go.
Know.
So
how do you know that stuff?
We'll see in the second half, and maybe you'll see how I know these things or figure them out. Either way, it is Sharknado and Sparrow, our first jammer. Sharknado to the inside, started off for Austin with the lead jammer.
So, Sharknado got drawn back early there, and Sparrow was at the front of the pack, but again, you'll see Naked Alien. Just
so versatile.
I know, right?
It's probably the lack of clothes on the Alien.
Now, Sparrow.
I hope that's what it means. I don't know. I don't know if there's another reference there, but either way, it is Sharknado getting low, getting through, picking up 4, sliding into first base safely.
So we're all the way back around the track, and Sparrow is still looking for a way out the first go-round. Now that was Ezra Pound with the drawback.
Sparrow going to take off the start. Let's see if he passes it to Judgment Day. Judgment Day is right there. Good hit by Sparks, as Sharknado is back in the pack on another scoring pass.
And everybody getting recycled here all the way back to the far straightaway, including Sharknado.
Reverse.
Sparrow and Judgment Day, everybody.
All right,
we're going to go.
We're going to speak in reverse. And it's over. They cut that off. Good job.
That was nice. That was very good.
Wise decision. It probably would get us in trouble.
It was, so the call off there.
7
but
points.
7 points for Austin.
Yeah, so coming back a little bit now, 82-61, only 21 points separating these two teams. See, I mathed.
You did math.
Good for me.
Good math.
One time. Everybody gets one. It's Panty Depressant and El Nino.
And the pack starting up way forward on the pivot line.
Pivot line, so a little bit of a retro start there, and it is 2 in a row now for Austin, but Panty Depressant right behind him.
Almost breathing down the neck.
I think he was whispering to him, like, I'm here, buddy.
I know, I am right behind you.
I'm right here.
I'm going to haunt your dreams.
or this jam.
Yeah, that was so funny.
It was a 6th scoreless jam.
The camera is far away. They were coming right here around turn number 4 when the whispering was happening.
If you don't acknowledge Bobby Narco's stats, he might disappear. It's I don't know. It's like think happy thoughts. It's something like Tinkerbell or something like that. Only positive vibes.
Oh, Wombo combo.
Yes.
Stuck in the defense, but Ferguson actually just goes through Wombo combo. Like I'm telling you, the man can remove his atoms and move through things and then rejoin on the other side of the track.
There's always a chance that atoms line up and you could just walk through things. I don't know. Maybe that's how he did it, but he is lead jammer.
There are things that he does that I just don't understand in the laws of physics.
It's something I learned in science once, that it's possible. It's just not going to happen, though.
Right. Theoretically possible.
Because let's face it, what happens between, most of us are atoms, most of us, and it's mostly space between the atoms, so there you go.
How dare you call me Adam?
So 4 points and it's going to be
Oh.
a power jam thanks to a blocking
Blocking
by
with the
that,
head.
blocking with the head by Wombo Combo. That is the wrong combo.
It is the wrong combo.
Wrongo combo.
Wrong go combo, right? I believe someone said that on the feed earlier.
Ferguson just going to call it off after getting 1 point, so going to give the next jammer a power start now 5-0 on the jam. 87-61, under 26.5 remaining.
So not a bad call off there, allowing Denver to reset with Anarchy's jammer still sitting. So Wombo Combo hasn't stood yet in the jam, still sitting in the penalty box.
Yeah, I mean, they might be anarchists, but they can't break the rules or else they will not
cannot.
get the points. It is Schneider who will have the star for Denver.
Yeah, and we said this in the first game. Schneider, they brought Schneider out late in the game the last time that Denver played, and Schneider really did a great job of putting points on the board for Denver. So let's see what Schneider can do right here.
Schneider takes a push from Alchemist Prime into Naked Alien. No call on that as they both kind of went down there, so no real impact as
Into the game.
Schneider.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh,
So
that
close.
was- Just those hits are so brutal.
Yeah, Naked Alien got him at the
just-
very last moment.
yeah. But so well timed are Naked Aliens hits, like they just land at the precise moment
Yeah, absolutely.
that wrecks that jammer's day.
Wombo Combo is back out there.
And does pick up
Never mind.
that never mind.
No, never mind that. Never mind.
Never mind.
Wombo Combo. We thought there may have been a back block,
Right.
but it was not
was
Wombo
not.
Combo. It looks like it was Naked Alien.
So unfortunately, Wombo Combo has the star in hand, but Naked Alien has picked up a penalty, so that pivot is not available.
no, but he does get the initial pass complete. So
He does.
It
He
is
does.
over. Another
Yes.
3 points for Denver. That's going to take it up to 90. Now 90-61. Defensive game we've seen most of the time here. Not a lot of big jams. Little chippy jams. They're just kind of getting 3 points, 4 points, 6 points, 8 points here.
Yes.
But
So
that's how you
far,
build the
I will double check with our producer, but I think 15 points is the highest scoring jam in our game so far. Yeah, Denver with a 15-point jam was the highest for Denver, and a 12-point jam for Austin as the highest scoring jam.
Yeah,
there.
so not very big jams
Right.
there. No 20s just yet, as it is Judgment Day with a big hit on T-Rex to open up a door, and now we got a power jam as Sparrow's going to the penalty box. El Nino is lead. So opportunity
Yes,
just as El Nino
yes.
that lead. On a track cut. Thank you, Bobby Narco. 4 points, El Nino.
I'm telling you, that hit on T-Rex. So T-Rex, as I mentioned earlier, really great blocker on the track. So when you get an opportunity to remove T-Rex from the track, it's a good move because that will then make things safer for your jammer.
Safer and a little less painful.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe they like the hits. I don't know. Some people play roller derby to get hit. I don't know. Some people
hit others.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah.
take it to get hit. Some people do it to hit. Others do it for both. Some just like to jam. I don't know. That's one I really don't understand.
If you like to hit people, you need to go ahead and understand that you're going to get hit back. I hope that is
if you do like
something
yeah.
that you might need to understand.
And if you do like to jam, please speak up so Stryker can make a meme showing that you are real. You in fact do exist. It is Sharknado with the star on this power start. Sparrow is standing. Sparrow's out of the box.
But Sharknado is a great choice to field for that power start because Sharknado has a really good percentage in terms of lead, and I'm sure I don't have the percentage here, but that's okay. We know the name's Sharknado. We know.
Yes, and that was Alchemist Prime with the final block. 4 points on the board. Austin still keeping this close with an 18-point differential. Now approaching the pack, looking for room. Sharknado, pass 2, 3, and 4 points, Austin. So 8 now on the jam.
So far. Sparrow coming against the track. Oh, coming up against the pack. I'm sorry, I said track.
Yeah,
I meant pack.
Was able to
It's the
dodge.
rhyme.
Was able to dodge the dock. Now Vicious at the front with getting help from the dock. And Naked Alien, that is a dangerous wall right there.
Yes, it is.
Joliet Jane will complete that 4 wall.
Oh, so Hunter picking up that forearm, and so Sharknado.
He'll get another 4, call it off, bring it up to 12. It's a 10-point game.
So that ties their highest scoring jam so far.
I'm not repeating that comment.
Yeah.
It is Panty Depressant and El Nino.
Yes. Again, jammers we've seen many times so far in this game.
Looks like we're going to have some kind of clock stoppage, as I heard, which is like
You
hearing.
heard.
I
You
heard it.
heard
I
it.
heard it.
So-
There's people in England watching like, you are butchering our language.
There's some
our
people in the
accent.
United States telling you.
Yeah. Like, what are you speaking? And in Canada, they're just like, sorry. Now they're watching Letterkenny, which is like our new favorite show in the States. It's like our all-dressed potato chips. We just didn't have it just yet. You know, it took a little while. And what we have is kind of a knockoff.
They're
so.
going to have a substitution. Here's Ferguson.
Ferguson saying
giving
hello
some
to
love
him.
to Elenia.
He is Ferguson. I don't know if you've met him. He's such a nice guy. Like I met
don't
him
know
at
him personally. I don't know him.
I met him at Champs. I had the pleasure of meeting him at Champs last year, and we stayed in touch and ran into each other at breakfast this morning. Just an absolutely nice guy, and he's one of those guys that when you see hugging the other jammer, you're not surprised at all. Just he's so positive and so friendly.
So just to remind everyone watching, you can see the scoreboard here on your screen, but it is 90-80. This contest has been really close.
Yes, and it really has. And now Austin with the momentum. Let's see what happens. 10 points separating.
So far they have been switching off in pairs. So Denver will have 2 leads, then Austin will have 2 leads, then Denver again.
Well, let's see here if they can keep that momentum going. And no, it's Ferguson to the inside over the apex lead jammer Denver. I think he is the cooler, or the chiller? The cooler for Denver. He can just put Austin on ice or something like that, or at least cool them down. I guess on ice would be at the end. Bobby Narco feeding us bad information.
Do not say that. I will not, sir. I will not say that.
No, he's doing a great job. He's correcting himself.
I mean,
speaking of correcting yourself, great footwork.
Again with that amazing just ability to maneuver. Oh, there is all kinds. I love how emphatic he is.
Good
He's
use
just
of
like,
emphatic.
I will call a timeout.
Yes.
Right now. I love that.
I don't know. It's nothing like Arnold, Bacon, and Eggers march to the penalty box in our first game, but it is a timeout taken by Austin.
I will let you know I'm calling a timeout.
Yes,
there will be no question here.
With command. So it is a timeout. Team's going to talk team things over in the team way. I don't know. I'm out of things to say. It's been a long day. Under 21 minutes remaining. It is 98-83 after that 8-3 jam. That's easy to do the math because it was even numbers of 90-80. So you can add that up pretty easy.
See, not all maths are impossible.
Not all maths are hard to do.
Yes.
But most still are. So Wombo Combo will have the star. I don't see a Denver jammer out there at the moment. Panty Depressant rushing out there.
There we go, Panty Present.
Yes, just in time. My favorite short jammer rotation. I always wonder about the jammers, and this goes for any league, the jammers with the longer hair, like how maybe that can impact a game. Doesn't seem to be affecting Panty Depressant
Panty
at all.
Depressant is not slowed Panty Depressant down at all. Now, I think Panty Depressant had the hair in a different way in the first game, but I can't remember.
You might be right. I don't.
Maybe it wasn't
I don't always watch the hair so much.
It wasn't the long ponytail like it is now.
No. But it is Wombo Combo. Lead jammer Austin. So let's see what he can do here. Still plenty of time, plenty of room, and plenty of derby to be played. Wombo Combo, good footwork inside, going up against that 3-wall.
Now, Denver's 3-wall, so you're talking about, the short jammers have an opportunity to use their stature to their benefit, and the Denver wall, enormously tall people.
Yeah, that is one disadvantage of being shorter, is that it might be a little bit tougher if they have a taller, larger wall in your way, because you just can't go over them. You almost have to go like under or around,
right.
And if they're moving around, I mean, that just makes it so much tougher. And especially if you're going under, that could be an illegal.
But
and
you do
it might not work.
You do ask them. You require them to get lower,
yes.
right? Like you require them, they have to get lower, and if they are able to do that really steadily, you've got a problem.
Well, not that much of a problem for Denver as Ferguson picks up lead jammer about 10 seconds into the jam.
Oh,
And yes, a track cut on Sharknado.
Sharknado, he thought, like, slid into first base there. Oh, and then there's
Wait
a
a
track
minute.
cut on Ferguson as well.
Oh, so that was a great idea. I'll do it too. Both in the box.
So yeah, so Sharknado did like the safe at home
Yeah.
plate slide. Thought the other blocker had gone out of bounds, did not. But now we'll have the jammer switch out. They were only in the box for maybe 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, 1-2 switcheroo, and it's going to go the full 2 minutes. Sharknado out of the pack.
Ooh.
That is his initial.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, a low block.
Oh,
for
on
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
So 2 penalties for 1 jam
So-
for Ferguson.
I just want to say that I believe that was T-Rex. Yes, it was. That did the little pirouette on the inside. Not only a great blocker, but also can do ballet.
Yes.
So I just want to
Very graceful.
point that out.
You know, I wonder how you know, you hear about that with football players, the agility and the dexterity of doing ballet. You know, it's kind of that old stereotype, but I know that for a fact a lot of teams do that. I wonder, you know, how that could have an impact on Derby.
I think it would be great because the balance, right? Like
And
the balance is so important.
Suddenly, a 3-point game on a power jam after these 8 points. Ferguson out of the box, into the pack. He is point eligible.
And there he's through on the inside lane.
So saving a lead change, Ferguson on that pass with 4 points, or a potential lead change that
Right.
could have been, with 10 seconds remaining. And
Oh,
Ferguson
and
to the
again
outside.
on the outside. Ferguson taking a look at the scoreboard as he comes around. Is like, okay.
No, don't tell Denver to calm down.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, not you, Rippy. One of our
I was like,
listeners.
I don't think I said that.
Bujitsu.
I really feel.
No, yeah, I'm yelling at our listeners. I just yell at you. No, we actually, thank you for joining us. If you weren't listening, we wouldn't really need
They
to be
need
here.
to call one of those magic timeouts.
Exactly.
That's what the Twitch feed is saying.
So it is 106 to 99.
So yeah, I mean, we were.
And it is El
And the
Nino.
El Nino, yeah. It has been back and forth
It
this
has.
entire game. What a great game to watch.
I mean, I would not be surprised if this went down to the wire, but it's Derby, so Kirsty, now it's just probably going to be a blowout now, you know.
Someone
Million
says
points.
hello to you.
Oh, hi, Champ and Rippy. Yes, that's us. I have no idea who any of you are because I don't know your screen names.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone, an all-inclusive everyone. Thank
Yes.
you for joining us.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you, yes. 3 points for Austin, and we have a 1-pass lead for Denver suddenly.
It is amazing.
Hanging on. 106.
Austin is just not gonna
going away.
concede this, right?
No.
Like they are going to fight to the end, and I think that's awesome and speaks well of this team.
Well, no matter
But
what.
Denver is not gonna lay down either.
Yeah, no matter what, Denver gets to go back to Denver because they live there.
Right.
But Austin would really like a trip to Denver in October.
Austin would love to go to Denver.
Yes, for a chance to play at the MRDA Championship.
Technically outside of Denver.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you know, even if they lose, they still have they're not eliminated.
Yes,
that
no,
opportunity's
no.
still there. It's just not the same, and you don't get to knock off that number 1 seed, and you probably get going as a lower seed. So a forearm. This on one of the Austin blockers box. Now 2 blockers in the box.
So that's Penny DePresent out. Does pick up
Oh!
lead, but now a track cut assessed to Penny DePresent.
With
And you
4
can see, like Zanapsik out there on the outside of the track calling all kinds of penalties for people.
But Wombo Combo
And this
No.
naked alien was trying to accept the star pass, picked up a penalty, had to throw the star. So you see it there on the track, right behind, who is that, Doc? Yes, Doc and Juliet Jane.
Yes.
So that it's right there on the track. And so
nice. Now Wombo Combo
now
picks it
Wombo
up.
Combo had to get it. And
No pass, no penalty, but he
Right.
wasn't going to get lead anyway.
you know, he didn't. He already had the star off. and
Exactly.
So, yeah, they got the scoreboard fixed now. Okay, so it is Wombo Combo still with a star. The
Star.
star. Sorry.
Probably
I got excited.
Probably a scar from Derby somewhere. Yeah.
And here's Penny DePresent in on another scoring pass.
Penny DePresent will pick up his 4, which gives Denver a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, but now the star pass has successfully happened.
And unfortunately, it only gave Austin 2 points because of that star pass.
Yes.
So another 4 for antidepressant.
I wouldn't be surprised on any of these jammers being really, really tired after the big day they've had so far. Again, this is the second game both teams have played today.
Antidepressant time winding down. Let's see if he can get that last point. Nothing for Austin. Yes, 4 points. Denver
Nice,
on that last one. So 12-6 on the jam now. 118, 108 with a little more breathing room as we're about to hit 14 minutes remaining.
This has just been a really fabulous game.
It has. I think this has been the most exciting game of the tournament so far. You know, it was a tie game for that Race City, Race City Mohawk Valley game.
Yeah.
But then Mohawk Valley in the second half just ran away.
Yeah, it was. But it was fun to watch. It was just really fun to watch.
It's all fun to watch. It's roller derby. If you understand it, you know it's fun.
Yes.
And if you don't, we try our best to explain it.
Right, we try to
sometimes.
tell you. Now look at this. This is El Nino out first as lead jammer. Ferguson is a very fast skater, going to be right there behind El Nino. El Nino tries to pick up one, but is unsuccessful. Both jammers pick up 0. That might be the 7th jam with no.
You could see Ferguson doing his inner Michael Scott. I am very fast. I am very fast.
Yes. So that's the 7th jam where neither team has put points on the board.
And it does look like we're going to have a power jam.
Oh.
With Sharknado in the box.
So, yeah, that was an adjustment there. I did not see the call on El Nino.
I'm sorry, El Nino, not Sharknado.
It's okay.
And it is Baby Stelly, or Minu.
Minu. I think it's the first syllable that's stressed.
Yes.
Minu.
Me, new.
Yes.
Like me new here in roller derby.
I believe it means cat. If somebody correct me if that's incorrect. And a back block will be picked up by Minu. And so El Nino is already standing in the box, and so this will be nearly a full penalty for Minu.
What language would that be?
I don't know.
I only know it in Spanish. In English. In English, it's cat.
Yes.
And in Spanish, it's el gato.
Gato. Yes. But I don't know what Minu is. And if you do know,
please tell us.
Let us know.
We can't look that up right now. So, El Nino through the pack. 4 points. Austin cutting into that lead on this power jam.
Yep.
An illegal procedure. So another power jam now. Inside, only 6 points. Let's see if they can give him some offensive help. Back of the pack, very solid blocking by Denver. Okay, the slug. He's not a Canadian goose. 4 points, El Nino. It's a 2-point game, folks.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has a problem with Sharknado yet.
No
one.
But Minu out of the pack. El Nino. They're both weather patterns.
Maybe
some
that's
sort.
it. Yes. Okay. So Minu now. Oh wow!
Guess what?
We are sending bodies back and forth to this penalty box. Naked Alien
officially.
Returning.
Oh, never mind.
So lead changes. 4 lead changes.
Well, kind of, because they both got 4 points at once, so still a 2-point game with for Denver. And now, Minu with 4 points.
Yeah. So, wow. Let's let this settle out for a second.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
So in this jam, there were 2 lead changes in this particular jam, is what Bobby was trying to tell me, and I wasn't understanding.
The old switcheroo. It's going to be Sharknado and Sparrow. Now we have the animal names before we go to weather patterns and okay.
I don't, if somebody on Twitch knows, Minu is French
for Cajun for cat.
That makes perfect sense.
I suspected that, but I didn't want to guess because that usually means I'm wrong.
Thank you, Bujitsu.
Lead jammer Sharknado and Austin with only 3 points separating these 2 teams and 10 minutes remaining. There is Sparrow completing his initial pass, but Sharknado inside the pack looking for room. 1 to beat. That is Hunter.
And Hunter forces Sharknado inside. Sharknado picks up 3. We have a tie game.
Tie it up. Don't drink this yet. Don't drink your water. Well, if you're parched, drink your water.
Yes, drink your water, but we're tied.
Tie game, wow. This is an intense game,
yes,
folks.
it is.
If your friends aren't watching, make fun of them so they'll start watching.
Right.
Give them the old peer pressure to get them to start watching this game because they really should be. It's some great roller derby going down into that last 10
you know what?
minutes.
It's been really solid roller derby as well. Like I really, the defense has been reforming really well to hang on to the jammer. Jammers have been doing all kinds of amazing pretzel twists to get out of that defense, and so I mean,
and they're very evenly matched.
You're watching good derby. You're watching, exciting tied derby, but you're also watching really strong, well-performed derby as well.
Absolutely. I mean, can't agree more. That is one right. You are ripping.
And there was a T-Rex, dancing a little with Wombo Combo. I think there's some dancing.
Wombo Combo dancing? What?
In T-Rex's, hobbies, because that little spin move pirouette over there.
It is
I like it.
Yeah, it's going to be
I
Wombo
like
Combo
it.
first.
Oh.
Ferguson taken out by his own blocker, and then I think that's Chet. I know he's taken out Wombo
Everybody
Combo.
Everybody just got taken out right there.
Denver taking out both
jammers, right.
Including their
Oh,
own.
one last hit there by the Doc, but didn't land it on Ferguson.
Ferguson was winning it in reverse like Ricky Bobby.
So star pass to Naked Alien. So when you're going to make the big swing, like when you're going to take that really long swing at the jammer, I would suggest that maybe Ferguson isn't the person you try that with, because once you've made that big swing, you're too far out to you land it, and also if you miss, the jammer's gone. The jammer's gone.
But that was 4 Fergalicious points for Denver. Fergalicious, definitious, make those blockers crazy. It's Sharknado and Sparrow, our jammers. As there is only one Denver blocker in the penalty box, so 4-3 advantage in favor of Austin. And we have had 7 lead changes in this game, several over the last few jams.
I mean, and Sparrow struggling here, getting a little bump out. That's Vicious, okay, doing the bump out right there. We've mentioned Vicious several times, doing a great job out there.
Yeah, Sharknado taking a hit. Going to have to recycle all the way back into turn 1.
Just when a jammer thinks, I'm out. No,
you're never out.
We are on the far straightaway. No lead has been declared. We're ticking down to 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the jam, and so we still have no lead. Now, there was a star pass.
That's to Schneider.
Which means lead
goes to
Sharknado, right.
So now opportunity here for Austin, only down by 4. Here's the pass. Can he tie it back up again? Schneider still has not made the initial. Alchemist Prime back in, so the box is empty.
Oh, all kinds of. You can see Sharknado just taking a breath there on the infield.
Yeah, Minu with some good blocking there.
Oh, and it's a 1-point game. Picked up 3, not a full scoring pass.
Just couldn't get that last hip. El Nino and Ferguson. I keep wanting to say Fergie now that I started singing. And I'm sorry to everyone. For
especially Ferguson.
And especially the Black Eyed Peas. and all of music for all that. I hail from the city with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I feel like Cleveland might lose it now. My bad. It's Ferguson at the front of the pack. On the inside, stays in bounds. Lead jammer, Denver again. Ferguson so clutch in the closing quarter of this game.
Now, look, you can see Denver's defense here. I think you've got a good camera angle. Denver's defense just locks onto El Nino, but as we mentioned before, El Nino is so physical and is so. I mean, I think El Nino probably doesn't miss any gym days.
Denied.
Oh.
Hey,
wow.
Who put that blocker there? Oh, there is a blocker down, though. So 4 points for Ferguson. Yeah, they're going to call it off.
We'll call this.
Yeah, that is Party McFly, the down skater, able to move off the track. But we, of course, want to be careful and
yes,
safe.
Absolutely. And we do have some great medical staff out here helping us with the tournament. And so we'll go ahead and take some time here.
I don't know who gave Jinx the tape, but that was a terrible idea to have him correcting the track. He'll probably pull it up and just be like, gotcha. Nah, I'm kidding. He is the proprietor of 808 Roller Skates and Apex Brewery as well. And we are able to see Party McFly get up, and
Yes.
she'll be going back to the bench. So always good to see that.
Yeah.
Always good. And I think that's the same place where a Wombo Combo got taken down.
As we've mentioned, this floor is not
It's a little slick.
particularly kind, yeah.
It's a little unkind.
It
if
is
you
a little
will.
unkind, just like a champ.
I don't know. Not the fun kind. The unkind.
So, yeah, they'll take Party McFly over to the medical corner just to double check all the things.
Always a good combination, or always a good precaution.
It is.
Words are hard. Oops. Combination was not the word I was looking for. Is going to be El Nino and panty depressant.
So El Nino, this is the second jam here for El Nino in a row. And just the physicality of El Nino. 'Cause when a defender comes up and tries to hit El Nino, they have to really find that center because he can just absorb it. He just absorbs the shock wave.
He does.
And stays upright.
Well, it shows that it's always good for teams to have a variety of different types of jammers.
Absolutely.
You know, some teams go all speed, some teams go all power. It's always good to have a combination, and then someone who can kind of just be like your down the middle person who can do everything and just play clean. And you just need someone to get out there, kill the clock a little bit. You know, you want a variety of different skills in your jammers, even amongst your faster jammers, just to be able to throw something different out there and change up the pace. And you need to know the right kind of combination and right lines to use with them, because some of them might need one blocker to drop back, some might need three, and you might have one blocker that can stop a jammer on their own, and you might not. So it's all about, when you're a coach, knowing who's on your team and playing to their strengths, and especially when you're coming into a playoff tournament like this, knowing exactly what to do with them. And so far, both teams have done a really good job of that.
And I think, too, when you have a variety of jammers that you can choose from, you challenge your opponent's defense, right? Like, you are constantly challenging them to reset and rethink and maybe change out some of the rotations.
Absolutely. All right, it is Panty Depressant and El Nino on that we're on the jam line. We've started the jam. Both looking for room, now hitting that pivot line. El Nino trying to fight his way. Nope, to the inside. That is Ninu with cat-like reflexes.
Yes, nice, yes. Panty Depressant now back behind the jammer line for the recycle.
Looking for room. Sparks with a really good hit. Lenzo backing him up. Or Lenzo trying to open up some room for his jammer.
Sometimes we use as a sort of measurement how far the pack has moved to say, you know, no one's gotten out of the pack for this amount of time. But this pack has moved forwards and backwards several times.
El Nino a little bit slow to get up there in turn two. Does get up, is back out there, but you know, maybe we're seeing that three jammer rotation start to wear them down a little bit here. 2 games in, 55 minutes already down. That's a lot of derby to play for 3 jammers.
We have 5 minutes left in the period clock.
He is lead.
And lead. El Nino is just going to call that.
Yeah, but under 5 minutes remaining, 9 points separating these two
scoreless.
teams. Scoreless jam. Bobby, how many scoreless jams is that? 8 scoreless jams.
Yes, I know some of you have commented on the weather in Rome. We've had quite a few storms.
Yes.
Some
no
tornado,
Sharknadoes.
No Sharknadoes,
But
yes.
El Nino has had an impact.
It has. We've had multiple severe thunderstorms and some tornado watches and warnings. So, yeah, if you do get a glitch here and there, try to be patient with us. Mother Nature is getting all her anger out on a Saturday.
Yeah, Mother Nature. Don't know if Mother Nature's a Derby fan, but I don't know.
Of course she is.
Who isn't? It is Ferguson who is lead jammer.
And Wombo Combo still working against that defense. We're at 4 minutes left in this half, the second half.
Good block there by Joliet Jane, stopping him on the apex jump. And good block by the Doc.
So I love
The dock with the block.
I love Denver's work there. So Wombo Combo, again, we mentioned, is getting low and forcing Denver to get low. So they're just literally using one another's bodies to get in front of Wombo Combo and for something like that, a blocking with the head.
Yeah, so now is going to be a power jam in favor of Denver just as Ferguson gets through for 4 points, giving them some breathing room now, 13 points separating these two teams. So Denver with a little bit of a safer lead. Remember, in this tournament, it doesn't matter how much you win by. You don't. We're not here for the rankings. You are here to get into champs. And a back block. So, whoops.
A 2-minute jam with only 3 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock.
I feel like the Mortal Kombat guy just popped out. So now opportunity, 33 seconds left on the jam clock. Wombo Combo back out there. But with the start in hand.
And now a pass to Naked Alien.
Chet Khan took
for
a hit.
Anarchy.
Yeah, Chet I took a hit, but does get back up again, just like Chumbo Wumbo once recommended. It was a recommendation.
Thanks for that reference.
I think it was
you're going to get all the
story.
songs in our heads this
Probably.
weekend, right? I mean,
I'm not letting that earworm stay in there for too long.
That you're cootie.
You're going to be singing all the songs, and it's going to be really aggravating.
So Naked Alien has received the star 3 times and has yet, I believe, to been able to, I'm sorry, one jam was able to put some points on the board, but the rest of the time just it isn't able to get back around because the jam is called.
Coach Danny B calls the timeout for Austin. Once again, that is not streak. I know your eyes may. Is that streak? No, I have had to look every single time. That is in fact not streak. It is streak's doppelganger, Danny B. And if streak, hey, if you're watching, buddy, we found your doppelganger. It's Danny B. Seriously, I'm rooting for Austin to go to champs just so I can get a picture of those two standing next to each other and prove my point.
So, Lord's Inch Dog? Is that how you say it? Champ, you're my hero?
I don't know who you are, but thank you, because your screen name is not your real name or your derby name.
Inch Dog? Inch
Dog?
Inch
Dog? Lord's Inch Dog? Lord's Incorporated Sea Dog? I don't know.
Incorporated H Dog. Right.
It's an incorporated H Dog.
But yeah.
We apologize to anyone that actually knows any of this. We don't. We're just kind of make it up as we go. But that's like 90% of roller derby.
Champ, do you still have your mustache?
No. Okay, so somebody that was at Summer Affair last week, I'm guessing. No, I do not have the mustache. As the only person there with a mustache last week, I got rid of it. And then I saw Uncle Dad as a mustache. I'm like, I definitely could have kept it. But I actually kind of shaved it down when I went back to work because I didn't want to get the looks at work for having the type of mustache that I had.
So that's Ice Cold. I don't think either Wombo or Lindsay was happy in that jam. Yeah, I think probably you're correct.
Yeah. And we hear them cheering for Texas, where the stars at night are big and bright. Clap, clap, clap. Now that's going to be in your head.
Now that's all of the songs, yes, that are your cuties, I would say, because they aren't always welcome.
My ultimate prank. If that's the ultimate champ prank of the weekend, you all got
we're doing pretty good. I mean, there's a thing that I don't know what that is. What is that?
Is that a dog? Yes, that is a dog.
Oh, it is a dog.
By Motor Butt, which I like your name.
What do you guys think of this weekend so far?
And everybody's booing that you should have kept it. You should have kept it. Should have kept that mustache.
I should have kept it. Probably.
Yeah, there we go. Deep in the heart of Texas. Yep.
I know I should have kept it, Cole. Now that I especially see Uncle Dad, and I'm from Cleveland, where we have Baker Mayfield, so all the guys there are starting to grow mustaches because it's like Baker's doing it, our quarterback, and we've waited so long for a real football team.
Have you seen Rich Mahogany's?
He's got a full beard
and the curly
and the
mustache.
Curl.
Yes.
See, I don't want to get the handlebar. I think that's a little too much because handlebar mustaches require a lot of maintenance.
They do.
I had more of the. I can't say what kind of stash it was. It went a little past the lips, but not quite a trucker stash. So you can imagine that. But anyways, back to things that matter because we are close to the final jam and only 11 points separating them. And Austin with a lead
Sharknado.
jammer. Yeah, Sharknado in the forecast. Dun-dun.
There's another song.
Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Approaching the pack. up the middle. One,
I
two.
see 4 arm will be assessed. We have 1 blocker apiece. Forearm issued to the dock.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Is it a track cut?
It is a track cut on Sparrow.
And a power jam in favor of Austin.
Look at the difference between the jam clock and the period clock. Jam clock at 1:15, period clock at 1:34. So
Austin, the only timeout they have left is their official review as well.
yes. So Vicious headed to the penalty box.
Here we go. This could be it. Is this going to be the flip? 1, 2, 3, and
a track cut will be assessed to a Denver blocker. I'm not sure there's
That is out for
room.
this
Okay, yeah,
round.
there is. But somebody's standing, so we have room in the box here for Denver's blocker.
But Sharknado in command and with the lead now, 1 point. Sparrow out of the box. He does still need to complete that initial pass. So,
Right.
so Austin, just anything they can get here and any time they can take off the clock is
Yes.
so critical right now.
And Sharknado
is.
through.
4
And a
points.
track cut is assessed to Sparrow. Sparrow will sit down again in the penalty box.
You can see it on his face. He is not happy with himself with time winding down both on the jam and period clock. 4
And-
more points, Austin. 20 points on the jam.
So there will be a timeout called on
Austin, yeah, I believe they're going to use
by
their,
Austin, yeah.
their official review as a timeout, or is that Denver?
I saw pointing at Austin, but I could be incorrect.
Yeah, 'cause-
because my angle is weird.
Does someone take a timeout? I see a timeout. I do not see an official
I
review.
see official review now on the scoreboard.
Okay, so yeah, I think it is
And
Austin.
It is official review going to a timeout, I believe is no.
Yeah, it's an official review being
They
used
use
as
it as timeout,
because they
yes,
do,
okay.
they do not have any timeouts left. So interesting
So-
because you could just wind down the clock and take the win and just say, hey, we just beat the number 1 team of the tournament. But they call a timeout, so now Denver has an opportunity.
Yeah, it is
win.
an interesting thing here because if they had let the clock run down a little bit more, there
They
wouldn't
would
have been
win.
30 seconds left to have in between.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be enough time in between
No,
jams,
it would have been
right?
1 second, so
And
Denver would have had to call the timeout
yeah.
in order for them to get it, and that would have been their only opportunity. It's an Austin
So
calls
I'm
this.
interested.
That's a little
like I
questionable.
don't know why that
No.
is the case, unless maybe Sharknado was just feeling exhausted and maybe just didn't know what else to do. But
yeah, I'm not sure. That's a questionable
that was
call there.
it was an interesting call.
I mean, they're up by 9, so I mean, it can. They got to get that W.
They've got to get Lee Jammer right here, and
Now they got
El Nino
it, okay.
does. Okay.
All he's got to do
So
is
just
hold
gotta
on.
just hang on.
Yeah, just let that period clock
Don't-
expire.
Don't let anything go.
Just stop.
Just drift around the track here, doing a little backwards.
'Cause-
And here's Sparrow, and look, El Nino's just going to hang out
he
and let
doesn't
the
wanna-
defense do the work over there.
You don't want to risk a penalty. This is very smart of him to just get your lead,
Yes.
hit the clock, 1-0, calls it, upset.
And
5
upset.
5/1 brackets are busted. Maybe,
Yes.
I don't know who you picked.
And Anarchy is jumping up and down
Wow.
with good reason.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was an interesting move there at the very last jam, but they pulled it off, so they knew what they were doing.
And folks, we have our first. I mean, it was a big upset, the 6 over the 3, but the 5
right,
over the 1.
yes.
3 of the 5 games have been upsets. Name another roller derby tournament where you can see that. I'll give you time right now. No, you can't because it doesn't happen. And Philly, yes, Philly was, of course, cheering for everybody.
Everybody is on their feet here in the venue.
Yes.
There is all kinds of excitement, and now we will declare this as our final score. 144 Denver ground control, 153 Austin Anarchy.
Upset City, kids.
Upset City.
All right, of course, before we go, we'd like to thank our New England Roller Derby Report sponsor, their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering custom-sewn to-order legwear for teams and individuals. Size-inclusive activewear designed to fit you. Sociopath also offers dozens of armband and helmet cover options for scrimmage and competition. Team discounts are available. Please see sociopath.ca for more details. That was a great game, coming back in that last few minutes to win it.
That was really amazing. Both teams doing a great job. out there, but
Absolutely.
Anarchy pulling it out here in the last couple of jams.
And don't go anywhere. We've got another
One
potential
more
upset
game!
with Chicago versus Mohawk Valley.
Valley.
Chicago looking really
really
good.
strong so far.
They
yes.
have been a surprise. Every tournament they go to, Chicago is a surprise team. They always have, they've been playing the spoiler for 2 years now. This is their first opportunity at playoffs. If you think they're done with Lane County, you better stick
Yes.
around and watch that next game.
Absolutely.
I'm Champ Unkind.
I'm Rippy Longstocking.
Have a decent day.
See you later.